Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. This video is going to be about a beautiful bird that I see around in my area. Let's quickly go through this chart of names of body parts of a bird. So this is a very basic chart and feel free to pause the video to get a better look. The parts that stand out in a coppersmith barbet are the crown, the eye ring, the back of the head, the throat, the breasts and the cheek. Make note of the location of these body parts, so this will be helpful when we actually get to see a coppersmith barbet in the wild. Barbets is a family of similar looking birds, and coppersmith barbet is one of the smallest ones in this family. This is what the bird sounds like. Looking at the bird in the video right now, we can see the red crown, the yellow eye ring that it has. The back of the coppersmith barbet is green, shades of different kind of green. So they have a very strong sense of camouflage, and it is next to impossible to see them in the wild. You may also notice that the top of the head is black in color and then it slowly transitions to different shades of green. So this helps them a lot during camouflaging. Coppersmith barbet is a fruit-eating bird, and you will hear the bird before you ever see it. They get their name because of their call. Their call resembles the striking of a hammer, and it has a very repetitive metallic tone to it. You may have heard the sound of this bird many times, but you may have never seen it. And to be honest, when I was a kid, I used to think the sound that it makes came from cell phone towers because it sounds so unnatural and man made. It's almost like a signal is beeping somewhere in the distant. This bird does not need to open its beak to make the sound that it does. So it does that with its beak closed, and that makes it only more difficult to spot it out in the wild. The breast of the coppersmith barbet is white and gray streaked, and there is a slight tint of light green as well. The bird in the video is having a meal of fresh guavas. It is a fruit eating bird, like I said. This video was shot using a Nikon P610 camera, which has 60 times optical zooming capabilities. The coppersmith barbet is a very shy bird and they will run away at the first sight of danger. This video hence had to be a handheld video. Having it on a tripod would not be as flexible because the bird keeps jumping around everywhere. The coppersmith barbet is also known as crimson-breasted barbet. This is because of the red and yellow when you look at the bird from the front view. Something that is special about the coppersmith barbet, other than its metronomic metal sounding call, is that if you look closely, they have whiskers on their beak. I'm not exactly sure what is the purpose that is being served here. If you do know about it, please mention it down in the comments. I would like to learn something as well. Most birds from the barbet family, they prefer to chisel out a hole inside a tree and they build their nest inside it. So they are mainly fruit eating, but they will also occasionally eat insects, especially winged termites. The bird is slightly larger than a sparrow, and it is generally a plump bird with a short neck and large head. They will either be found alone or in groups of 2 and 3, and they particularly love sunning themselves during early morning hours. They eat a lot, about 1.5 to 3 times their body weight in berries and fruit each day. The International Union for Conservation of Nature, or better known as IUCN, categorizes this bird as a bird of least concern. So this basically means that this bird is not really endangered and is doing well with a sizable healthy population. These birds can be found in the Indian subcontinent and also in many countries like Thailand, Cambodia, Laos, Vietnam, China, Malaysia, etc. For a bird that is so abundant, it is relatively shy, quiet, and not much is known by the general public about it. The bird relies heavily on its camouflage to remain undetected by predators. Also, did you know that this bird was the official bird of Mumbai? The bird had to fend off competition from the lesser flamingo, oriental magpie robin, and the house crow to be selected as the official bird of Mumbai. Bird watching also happens to be another one of my many hobbies. It's a very rewarding experience. Spotting birds takes a lot of patience, and you need to have your senses at a very high level of alertness. It is a very beautiful moment when you finally get to see the bird that you have been looking for in its wild state. The presence of birds and butterflies is a good indicator to estimate the health of a surrounding. Let me know about your birding experiences down in the comment. Bye for now.